Hello everybody, this is RLCS Spotlight talking about predictions for the 7-Eleven Slurpee Cup. Whoever thought of that at Psyonix is an absolute legend. Bracket is here. Teams made it from the closed qualifier are Pittsburgh Knights, Rogue, Allmid, Torrent, Xset, Ghost Gaming, Accelerate, and Sonics. Me personally, I'm very excited to see Pittsburgh Knights back in because I love Sosa. Like the hit song, Love Sosa. Predictions, we're doing them with a slight twist. There's someone in my Discord. Their name is Cream, okay? Last event, they went 17 for 30 on predictions in series, and I would pay an insurmountable amount of money to go 17 for 30 in series. So we're going to use a slight bit version of their bracket. Join the Discord, RLCS Community Predictions channel. Submit your own. With that all being said.
Bruh.
G2, if you lose to the Knights, I'll be upset. Also, shout out Wellis for the Pittsburgh Knights. Helped them. He had to sub in for J-Russ in the final round, and he absolutely popped with the ice, making sure that they could make it here.
Good touch from Willis. Out to Cheese. Sosa's going to be on the ball. Cheese shot. Willis! Come on! We made it to the regionals. We made the regionals. We made the regionals, bro. I'm shaking. Willis.
Now we got Oxygen versus Rogue. I want to give this one to Oxygen. I trust in them a little bit more than I do Rogue. Rogue is pretty hit or miss, whereas I feel like Oxygen has been more consistent. Obviously, Oxygen went out 9th, 12th last time, so we're not going to talk about it. Version 1 versus All Mid. I think V1's got that one. I'm going to give it 3-0. Energy versus Torrent. It can't happen twice, right? Like it can't happen more than once, I don't think. Xset versus Space Station is interesting. I could see this being like a weird upset potential, but Xset has not looked good at all. Now, this is where I differ from Cream. I'm going Envy over Ghost. Revenge from last time. Ghost beat Envy in the lower bracket to advance to Championship Sunday. I don't think it's happening again. I think Envy's gonna pull out all the stops and beat them in round 1. That's my I want quote-unquote upset for this little side of the prediction here. I'm going to go Phase over Accelerate 3-1. Nah, that's a 3-0. Complexity versus Sonics. This could be interesting. Sonics, they never look good in main events. And I'm going to give it to Complexity again. I'll go 3-1. Now, second round, G2 versus Oxygen. I give this one to G2. I'd say I'm going to give it a sweep. V1 versus NRG. This one is now also interesting. I predicted last time V1 would beat NRG if they met here at this point, and I'm going to predict it again. I'll give it a 3-1. Space Station will beat Envy. Give it a 3-2, I guess. And then Phase Clan versus Complexity is interesting. I'm going to give it a 3-1 to Phase. I mean, Complexity has looked okay, but not good enough to beat Phase, I feel like. Now, lower round 1. Best of 5. Still in the best of 5s. Pittsburgh Knights versus Rogue. I predicted Rogue going out first last time. Can't happen again. RIP Pittsburgh Knights. Gonna miss you. Torrent versus All Mid. I don't know what it is about me. I don't like All Mid. Anytime I see them, I never want to predict them, so I'm going Torrent. Ghost will beat Xset. This is a rematch again. Accelerate versus Sonics. I'm going Sonics. Accelerate beat them last time. I don't think it's going to happen again. Sonics. Lower round 2 gamers. Complexity versus Rogue. Now, this is an interesting one. Does Rogue continue their like 7th, 8th push, or can they beat Complexity? Complexity went out 9th, 12th last time as well, losing to a crew. I'm riding with Complexity again. I think I'd go 3-2. Envy over Torrent. I'd say I'm going to give that a sweep. Energy versus Ghost is very interesting. Ghost could really solidify themselves as a true major contender and separate themselves even further from one of their steepest competitions, Energy, and I don't see it happening. Energy, I think, will bounce back this regional slight bit, and they will beat their adversary that sent them to the lower bracket last regional in Ghost Gaming. Oxygen versus Sonics. I think Oxygen got that one. I'll give it a 3-2. Pretty solid performance from Sonics, 9th, 12th. That's about as far as you can see them generally. Okay, lower round 3. These are still best of 5s. Envy or Complexity. I have Team Envy taking this. I'll go 3-2. I think it's gonna be a really good series. It's a similar one between Ghost and Envy last weekend, I'd say at this point. I think Envy's got it. Energy versus Oxygen. I want to give this one to NRG. Oxygen, the better performance of them, but I don't know if they're going to have enough to beat NRG here. Now we go to upper bracket. G2 versus version 1. Last time when I made predictions, I said G2 would beat version 1. They would break the curse against V1. They were 0-3 against V1 in the winter split. I think that's going to continue, actually, since they didn't play them last weekend. I'm going to go 4-2. V1, upper bracket final bound. Now, Space Station versus FaZe. Space Station threw their series against FaZe last weekend. I don't think they do it this time. I'm going to give it a 4-1. Space Station coming in, looking really good. G2 versus Envy. Now, this is an interesting one. I'm going to give this one to G2. I think Envy are working in the right direction here, but this is going to be the battle of, you know, the old rosters kind of a thing. Obviously, Illusion now on Envy instead of Turbo, but like, still, G2 will prevail here in a 4-2 series. FaZe Clan versus NRG. FaZe is the most consistent team in NA, and I think they're going to figure out a way to beat NRG here in 7 games. Our championship Sunday at this point. We're going to start with the upper final because that's where the schedule goes. V1 or Space Station, who makes it to the grand final? I think Space Station are back-to-back grand finalists here. Now into the lower semifinals, G2 versus FaZe Clan. G2 owns FaZe Clan's number. They're like all up in their head, free real estate all the time. But something tells me that that's not going to be the case here. I think G2 gets a top 4. It's not a bad performance by any means necessary. And I think FaZe will advance and have a chance at a grand final here. Just like the Winter Major, I think FaZe will beat version 1. I'll give it a 4-3. I think it'll be a long series. But I do think that version 1, they were riding hot and then they get dethroned by Space Station, and I think they end up ultimately losing to FaZe Clan there. Just lost the momentum. FaZe Clan's been riding it out, beat NRG, beat G2. Teams that had given them problems before, they figured it out. I think they can still continue to beat version 1. And then grand final, Space Station saw the chance to win a grand final last weekend by getting the bracket reset. I don't think they're going to allow FaZe Clan to have that opportunity. I think they beat them 4-2. And Space Station are your Slurpee Cup champions. Now looking at the points, Space Station will be our number 1 seed after 2 regionals. G2 still in there, obviously FaZe Clan version 1. And NRG climbs up a little bit, Ghost slides out, and Envy, a new 5th team for the spring major contention. That's been my Slurpee Cup predictions. Preem helped me with these ones because I kind of like curated my bracket around like what theirs was, but with a slight bit of difference. Obviously, their predictions, I get them wrong all the time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video though, and I'll see you guys later, and have a great rest of your day. Peace.